Several years ago, I met two Kenyan graduates at a bank in Beijing. They wanted to open an account, but were stumped by the language barrier. I helped them out. Back then, I posted on social media, I hope this small gesture could make a good impression on them about my country. It's my way of fostering understanding between China and Africa. There are many chances for young people from the two sides to get to know each other. At a youth festival in Beijing, young Africans immerse themselves in Chinese culture, printing and dyeing, embroidery and calligraphy, martial arts, Chinese tea, Peking opera, the Chinese zither.
It was really interesting learning about the history of the different instruments, especially when it comes to the connection between heaven, earth, and the body, basically the soul. And that is also very similar in African culture.
The China-Africa Youth Festival has been held annually since 2016. It was agreed by the leaders at the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Johannesburg in 2015. A similar event in South Africa this year showcases the rich tapestry of African culture, drum beats to tribal dances, and South African cuisine. The theme is, what is in your hand? Young entrepreneurs in the arts and culture sector can exchange ideas, showcase their unique talents and resources, and discuss collaboration.
The mixture of African culture and also our Chinese culture is a start of the conversations of get to know each other better, and also what can we do for each other.
The more we get to learn about each other, the more through events like this, the more we realize what we have in common and where we differ.
The exchanges between young Chinese and Africans are not just about culture. At this year's China-Africa Youth Leaders Forum, they also discussed solutions to common challenges facing their nations. Alleviating poverty, starting a business, making the best use of marine resources to build a blue economy, and developing renewable energy to deal with climate change. And another key sector, going digital. Chinese companies have been building undersea cables, 4G and 5G mobile networks, and satellite services to improve connectivity on the African continent. More than 900 million African people enjoy these services. Chinese companies have also built a number of data centers in Africa to provide cloud computing services, a key step in building a digital Africa. China and African countries have been working to cultivate young talents. Scholarships are provided for African students to study in China, and Lu Band workshops have been set up in several African nations with a focus on vocational training. Even mountains and seas cannot distance people with common aspirations. The ancient Chinese saying is true.